Hey everyone, it's Ryan here. So basically making this video because what has been speculated for weeks with All Elite Wrestling has finally happened. Literally happened about 45 minutes ago. CM Punk is back in professional wrestling. It's been a 7-year break since he left WWE. Um, and like just the pop he got from when he came out was absolutely incredible. Probably just as loud as Edge's return in 2020 or when The Rock was announced as guest host of WrestleMania 27 10 years ago. Um, Obviously me being a massive CM Punk fan, he's definitely been my favourite wrestler of all time. This is like an amazing moment. I've seen people getting like incredibly emotional over it on Twitter, social media, and all that stuff. Like watching Cortalic's reactions to it. Them getting close to tears. It's amazing to see him back. He looks so good. I think he's like, I know he's in his 40s now, I think, but he's looking great for his age. He's looking physically fit. And yeah, like just the constant reaction he got, the CM Punk chants. He's still got cult personality, which is great. He gets a good 15 minutes in the ring. First thing he does is basically says, it's been 7 years. He's heard the people chanting his name for 7 years. And, he just wasn't mentally, physically, spiritually well. And he couldn't stay in the place that was making him sick in the first place, i.e. WWE. Normally one of the things I normally have an issue with, especially with AEW, is their constant digs at WWE all the time. Like I've said before, it's like I enjoy what AEW does, but when they just constantly take shots at WWE, it's like them treating it like a bad ex-partner that they're still not over, but like say they are over. Like they say they don't care about them, yet they can't help but talk about them. A lot of them, it's a bit weird. Like a lot of the stars on there, it's a bit weird because it's like they've never been in the company. Like Eddie Kingston was the biggest one of that. Like he starts trash talking them, but he's actually never set foot in the ring there. The Elite do it all the time on a weekly basis. The Inner Circle were doing it. Cody was doing it. People like Jericho, Swagger, Cody Rhodes. They're completely excusable because they've been there for quite a while. It happens. Punk's one again. Like I'm completely fine with him taking the odd dig at them. Like he didn't specifically name them, but obviously he's talking about them. Because like he said that like he got mentally and physically sick and they didn't do anything about it, which is what led him to leaving, filing a lawsuit against one of the doctors there, and then just everything that happened afterwards. So he's got every right to say what he wants to. He goes on about this promo about in 2005 he left Ring of Honor, and from that day he left professional wrestling. He basically doesn't consider WWE professional wrestling, which, to be honest, like compared to Ring of Honor, TNA / Impact, AAA, all that stuff, it is more of an entertainment aspect rather than an actual wrestling aspect. So I can see why he said that. And now he said, August 20th, 2021, I'm back. First thing he does is he calls out Darby Allin, who a couple of weeks ago said he wanted to challenge the best in the world. He tried to hide it off like he wasn't referencing CM Punk, but obviously he was. It's one of those weird things where it's all like, oh, we're not doing this, but like when, you can see through their lies, essentially. He then says, well, I'm free on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays 4 times a year, i.e. their pay-per-views. Basically challenges Darby Allin to a match at All Out, which is September the 5th, I believe, so in a few weeks' time. 2 weeks even, I believe. So that'll be CM Punk's first in-ring return. Televised in-ring return. I believe he's been helping work on the Heels series with Stephen Amell. First match we get back is CM Punk versus Darby Allin. I'm going to be very excited to see that. Punk's also said he's here to put over the younger talent. There's a lot of people he's not worked with that weren't around in the 10 years since he was around, and he'll love to be able to work with them and get the best out of them. I basically said to Darby, look, I've seen you go in a body bag and be thrown about. I've seen you dive off like 30 foot, whatever, and all this stuff. Not in those words, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like, you're a daredevil, and I'm here to help you and improve you as the wrestler that you are. It's a very exciting moment. It's like I normally just watch the AEW pay-per-views with friends when it's on. I'm probably more intrigued to watch Dynamite now to see more of CM Punk. I do like check the highlights every now and then, like just for certain parts, because there's only certain bits of it that I actually am interested in. It's going to be a weird thing to like see how WWE potentially responds to it. I personally think they'll try and just carry on and ignore it. They've got SummerSlam coming up tomorrow. I'm going to be doing my predictions after this. And I've got my NXT Takeover predictions. I think I think WWE are just going to go with their plan, regardless of what it was. Try and do like some Raw after SummerSlam, have a couple of people from NXT go onto the main roster. Try and spice things up a bit, I guess. But yeah, it's going to take a lot for them to get people to not talk about CM Punk's return, because it's been 7 years, especially for people in the internet wrestling community. It was a massive deal when he was gone, and they constantly wanted him back, and now he's finally back. I myself, like I said, I'm personally very happy seeing him back because I'm a massive fan of his, but I've not gone to the point where it's like, if he doesn't come back, then I hate him and blah blah blah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people on the internet, and we see it in like sports and other like media, like movies and TV shows and stuff like that, where they take it a little too far. Like they sort of go on a personal attack of the person, regardless that it's their choice to do whatever. Like if someone decides they want to leave a show, they'll attack the person for going, "Well, you were really good in this, and I liked you. Why would you do this to me?" And it's like, But yeah, other than that, I'm very happy to see him back. I'm excited to see how he does in the ring. It's good to see that he's not lost his mic skills, because they are pretty much top level mic skills. And it's great to see that he's still got that. He's always been a great talker. And yeah, it'll be nice to see how his in-ring action is. I'm sure he'll do very well. Darby Allin's going to be a great person for him to work with. And yeah, CM Punk is back in professional wrestling. This is basically how I'm going to end the video, just with a lot of excitement to see what he does. And I will hopefully see you in the next one.